Okay, here we are. We're on to chapter 26. Hey, Ben, I said, as I had just called to find out what Ben was doing this afternoon. Are you going to be doing anything around 4 today, I asked. What's up, asked Ben. Well, I'm in with the Knights, and I have practice today at 4. Though it might be good if you could drive over to the court and park in an inconspicuous spot and just keep an eye out, you know. No problem, replied Ben. Maybe about 15 after, though. I've got a lab that usually runs right up to 4. I'll get there as soon as I can. Thanks, I said. We both hung up. I made my way over to the cafeteria and sat at a table alone. I quickly ate and went back to my room. The phone was ringing as I entered it. I was very surprised. Bob, Sergeant Jenkins here, announced a voice at the other end. Just wanted to let you know a surveillance team is going to be set up on the 3rd floor across the street from Beaupre. The building has the Molina Bakery sign on the 1st floor. We have also set up a shotgun microphone on each of the corners of the court fencing. We are having this all done right now with our people disguised as city electrical maintenance crews installing night illumination poles. We should be able to see and hear just about everything that's going to be going on from now on. Isn't this a little extreme, I asked? No, the more I thought about it, with Motown Matthews being around, the more I thought we should get into place quicker. We have to stay one step ahead. This is happening quicker than any of us thought. No problem, I said. I called Ben and he's going to be hanging around the court in a parked car just for some moral support. That's okay, approved Jenkins, but our people will be there to take care of everything. Just call me if you need anything. And Jenkins hung up. I tried to get a little bit of sleep before practice this afternoon and laid down, put my hands behind my head, and just kind of stared at the ceiling. Before I knew it, I woke up to the alarm clock I set up for 3 p.m., quickly went into the bathroom, brushed my teeth, and dressed in the same clothes I had on this morning. I made the same trek to the court I had made earlier, only briefly stopping at a small grocery store for an apple. I found Mookie and Marvin and the rest of the Knights shooting at the far end of the court. They spotted me and motioned me to come on over. I did, bending through part of the torn chain link fence to enter the center court area. I looked around to see if the white BMW was around. I didn't see it anywhere. Come on, Cracker, hurry up, shouted Mookie. Life expectancy is short around here, he said, laughing. Get the lead out. I picked up my pace to a jog and was greeted by smiles with both Mookie and Marvin. Here's the guy we were telling you about, announced Marvin, sounding like he was introducing to the team the new sleeper section in the NBA draft. Mookie waved his hand and bowed with a sweeping motion and announced, Cracker, the Chicago Knights. Members of the team began mumbling various greetings with an occasional snide remark reaching my ears. Bob, what was your last name again? Asked Marvin. Lollar, I said. Lollar the Cracker Man. Anything else you need to know? You'll have to see my agent. Yeah, like that's real or what? Said a voice from the back. Shut up, Moochie, said Marvin. We're taking care of our boy here. Save your trash for the court. Ooh, somebody call my cardiologist. My heart just started skipping beats. I'm so shook up, said Moochie. Yeah, more like your gynecologist, announced Mookie. He called to say you're late again. The team all started laughing and gave it up all at once. Come on, I said. I came here to play ball, not to go over your comedy routine or your medical records. With that, I moved down to the basket and began shooting. The others followed. They all took their turns, shooting and shagging balls for about 10 minutes. A tall, thin black man moved onto the court with a whistle draped around his neck. "Okay, boys, circle up for a minute," said the husky voice, moving close for some announcements. The team moved into the center of the half circle at the court, around their coach. He looked around then, finally fixing his eyes on me. "You must be the guy Mookie called me about this morning," announced Dave McKay, the night's coach. "This team can use all the help we can get. This is a team of gunners and no defense, so we could use a little talent and discipline for a change. You might even bring a little divine inspiration to this group of misfits as well. God knows we may need more of that than anything." "Nice to be here, Coach," I said. "I just wanted to come down and keep playing a little ball." "That's about all this team does is play a little ball. Once in a blue moon," replied McKay. "Glad to have you aboard. Now listen up. Our game was rained out last Friday and is rescheduled for tonight at 7 p.m. right here." A moan goes up from the group. Obviously, this was not great news to some. "Coach, I can't make it tonight. I've got some night classes to finish up my diploma," said one team member. "No problem, Martinez," replied McKay. "That is way more important. Does anybody else need to beg off tonight?" No one else responded to Dave's question. The game would be on at 7. "Dave, can I say something?" He said, "Sure you can, Bob. Listen, if any of you need help with your studies, I'll be more than glad to help. And don't be afraid or ashamed to ask. I'd like to see all of you end up with diplomas if you don't have one by the time this season's over. Okay?" "Hey, that's great news," said Dave McKay. "Okay, so we're only going to walk through our offense for Mr. Lollar here to get him accustomed to our offense and our system before tonight. Since we rarely seem to actually run any of these plays during an actual game, they might even be new to some of you as well." Mookie and Marvin started kind of snickering. "Mookie, take the point, and gentlemen, let's get the let out. We have a very good practice." And some of the fellas actually did try to run some of the plays. Dave McKay came over to me and said, "Your presence here may just help out quite a bit."